a good one here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Webster on the return. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a first down throw, gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Los Angeles.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Goff, open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First up into the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee? You might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 32.
And it's third down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for Sanders last week, there isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production. All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Carson Wentz sacked.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down. And you make the home crowd go, shh.
There's a hush indeed. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Rams.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took.
That he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Right side complete. That's Woods. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Rams 10. Eagles.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know, they're the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second and 12, Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goddard, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. And now it's second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to take off with him, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And Johnson dinged up a bit, still down. Hope hopefully nothing serious. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll run on first down with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 42-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Goff now to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First down, Rams.
On first down, Akers down right around the 25.
Cam Akers.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 68 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
A gain of a yard.
17-0 our score after 1. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
On second down now, it's Sanders. to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 31-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
Now Wentz. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third down.
And the Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. He may try and run for them. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. And it's 17-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Cooper Kupp had a big season in 2019. Also saw the emergence of tight end Tyler Higbee for the Rams. He really jumped up his game about the last month of the season. But when it came time to ring the bell and get into the end zone, the Rams still looked towards Kupp. 10 touchdowns in 2019. Runs his routes with great precision and intelligence.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Hey, Charles, we're going to look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did, because to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a run with Akers. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Again, the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now, because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp.
Goff's pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This pass complete to Reynolds. And And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, L.A. Goff finding Reynolds there.
First down.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Gone. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now James returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, the offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they get it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Sanders.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Sanders. That's good.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know you can throw the football.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Pierre Desir. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
They'll take over.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
2 yards. First down, Rams.
Now the 6-year man from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 35-yard line.
Now it's Brown. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 29. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on third, Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now first carry for their fullback. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is now 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's James. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. Rough so far for him. That's the only way to describe it. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 INTs thus far.
Love the description. Rough, rocky, shaky, all of those things. But this is where you find out about a quarterback, isn't it? This is where you find out about your team leader. Can he handle some of that adversity, bounce back, and give them better play down the stretch? They still have a chance to win.
Wentz now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. Wentz 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Jared Goff sacked. A fumble on the play.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on first is Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Rams take
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the counter, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime, and what's been a... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
31. Eagles 14.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first. They'll run here with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Taken down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 44-yard line.
shotgun snap for Goff. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something.
Second and 10.
At the throwing on second down. Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Good run, Eagles.
It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
First down.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. That's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
He's brought down at the
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
second and 7.
They'll run. It's Sanders. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Brockers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 3 before that, but finally getting stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Rams first down.
Out of the gun, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily, put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 35. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
A tough run there for Cam Akers, rookie out of Florida State. And while he has some experience in that while in college, remember the Rams' offensive line was inconsistent last year, too. They're trying to get better. But while he was in college, oftentimes he would hesitate maybe a little bit too long behind the line of scrimmage, looking for the big run. Here in the NFL, put your foot in the ground, get your shoulders down, and get what you can.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
The ball carrier.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Another run here with Sanders. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
At the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Miles Sanders.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, Goff. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Rams.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some change.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. On first and 10, here's Wentz. And all of this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed 1 of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, Elliott now to add the extra point.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. Something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Going right back to Akers. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Third down.
Gone. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, man open, it's Goodwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
All year from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, Goff again. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 30-yard line.
Now Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Wentz sacked.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear, and if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll run this with Akers. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. There's Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, these guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
At the 9-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. And it's caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
17.
Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Now James returning. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys.
And my goodness, another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again here with Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run,